Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, ready to do your bonus read for Monday the 3rd of December. I'm having a bit of trouble packing the cards together today. Coordination's not good for a Monday morning, not good for work, is it? Let's make sure we got the cards up the right way. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I've just said on the What's Cracking reading we've gone over 6,000 now, so I'm pretty impressed with that. So continue to watch my videos. Please subscribe. Don't forget to like and share. If you're looking for private readings, personal readings, you can go to my website at www.theaussiegoddess.com. I do have on there videos just like this one that go for about 10 to 15 minutes. So it's sort of like you need to make sure you keep a direction or you ask questions for those, because it's only 15 minutes. I like to sort of stay with it. It gives me a bit more focus quickly. Different sort of when you have an hourly reading, you can take your time getting into someone's energy, but when you only have 15 minutes, I want to give you the best messages I can. There also, you can have a face-to-face via Skype or Messenger. For half an hour, an hour. They vary in price. And I will do email readings if people have no other way of getting the readings. So I can always think about that if it's necessary or needed. Okay, I think that's everything. I'm using the Hanson Roberts deck here as a change from the What's Cracking deck. And, oh, how about that, folks? Different deck. Does that blow your socks off? Exactly the same card as the What's Cracking. So this really shows me sometimes how in tune we are with our world. Same card. So let's see how this reading pans out. High Priestess. Need I say more? If you've already watched the What's Cracking, I'm going to be repeating myself here. This is about your intuition being on point. She's a beautiful card. You're really in your element. You're really in tune with your higher self. You understand what's going on at the moment. You have a deeper perception. Your intuition's on point. All the same as the first time round. Okay, so first off we have the Knight of Rods. And what did we have first out in the other one? The Page of Rods. Oh, you are so clever. So this is about a message coming in. He's upscaled since the What's Cracking reading. He's grown a little bit. He's a little bit more passionate here. Definitely something happening here today, which is very, very, I don't know, makes me feel quite funny in the pit of my stomach. This is about a message being delivered that is generally a message of passion. Now, the Knight of Wands is slightly different here because he often people talk about it like it's a sexual card all the time. And, you know, I mean, I'm not discounting that it can't be a sexual card. It is a man who finds it hard to commit. And he is in and out sometimes, like he tends to be the person who doesn't stay. But, you know, above all else, he's still a Knight of Wands. He's still a passionate deliverer of messages. He's just an action card, whatever this means for you. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles here. So the Four of Pentacles talks about us hanging on to something and not wanting to let go. We all do this in so many different areas of our lives. This could be about hanging on to money too for a rainy day. It can talk about being miserly, but the pentacles aren't always about money. This can sometimes be, you know, hanging on to feelings, hanging on to hurts, regrets, and he's hanging on to them very dearly in this picture. He's not letting them go. So this is about you not being able to let go here. Okay, now this card jumped out at me when I was doing the shuffling. This is the Knight of Swords. This is someone coming in with a message of truth, of clarity. It can be about an apology for me with the swords. It can be sharp words sometimes. So sometimes some people might be agitated because they've got to deliver a message and they don't feel comfortable about it. Unlike the King of Wands, who's delivering a very passionate, gentle message, or could be quite fiery, this King of Swords is definitely sharp on the tongue. And here we have the Tower. So definitely something going on. I said to you I had a feeling that something was happening here. Okay, so the Tower talks about something that brings about the breakdown of old structures. Now, sometimes this can be physical change, but other times it's about us changing our viewpoints, us changing our thinking. I just keep thinking with that High Priestess being so dominant in both readings, there's a real need here to stay with your intuition at all times, not to go into the emotional self or the passionate self, but to stay with your intuition. Sometimes when things are, a little bit, there's upheaval, we tend to go into our emotions, or we tend to go into our voice and use our voice. And there's a strong call here from Spirit to say you need to stay strong with that intuition and just ride out the storm. So whatever this is for you, this here says to me that you've perhaps in the past, and this Four of Pentacles, in the past been using your voice or your emotions when it comes to having things that, maybe take you by surprise, people saying things, perhaps being told something you don't like or you don't agree with. What's happening here is there's a really strong message here that, to stay with your intuition, ride out that storm, don't react, don't respond, don't be angry. All of those things are okay. There's not a problem. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get angry or you shouldn't get upset at something. But I know with this Four of Pentacles here, it's sort of saying to me that, your old way of doing things won't work in this situation. It's about you using your new way of doing things, the fifth dimension, your higher self, your higher knowing, to manage this situation here. Okay, so it does look like whatever's happening here might happen quite quickly for you. This can be about internet communication too, sometimes texting. We call it the arrows of love because we have 8 wands of passion, and that's why it often gets the sort of love card, arrows of love. But it's a very fast moving card. It always talks about fast movement, things changing quickly and happening. Okay, and then we have Death, which is a card of transformation. Now, we have 2 cards here that signify Scorpio. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, very evident it could be a Scorpio here. Now, the Death card talks about transformation. It talks about letting something about you die and go. And with this Tower card, that very much says to me that some part of you needs to die here. And I feel like it's something that you've been hanging on to here. Maybe over emotion, over responding. Maybe you've always been very outspoken. Maybe now's not the time to do this. It's about understanding that you need to manage things a slightly different way if they come at you head on like this. Okay, so here's the Queen of Swords. So you could be dealing with an air sign too. A Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The Queen of Swords is the woman who's at the ready. She's got her sword ready. She's ready to strike if she needs to. However, she's still very calm. So although she's got her sword ready, she is able to sit this storm out. So if this is you, what it's saying is you know what to say, but you're being very calm about this. Taking it in your stride. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is a much more earthy energy. She represents the earth signs, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But this is more about the energy that this woman puts across, and it's much more calm, it's much more down to earth, and it's much more natural. So I think this is what they're getting at here. I know you people will relate. Okay, and then we have the King of Swords. So there is some sort of something going on here because I have the King and the Queen in the same spread. And always when I get the King and the Queen in the same spread, I will say to you, this is something to do with someone, a soulmate or a twin flame here. Because someone's coming in to give you a message, maybe apologize, definitely coming in to say something. And you've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords have got their backs to each other here, which doesn't feel good to me. There's some sort of declaration, conversation, some sort of words that are coming to light here. And the universe is asking you to do this in a very different way to what you're used to. So if you're a person who automatically runs to passion or automatically runs to words, emotions, the universe is saying, you know, take your time with this, take on this much more measured stance, go into your intuition, listen to your higher self. Because you're going to get some sort of transformation coming through here with this Tower and Death card. There's some sort of change you need to make here, and I feel like it's in that, the way you manage this. It's in that element of this Tower is going to change something about you. I know we've had this reading before. It's just been very different to this one. But this is some sort of change you're going to experience here through this meeting up, this conversation, some sort of change you're going to make in yourself. And there's a very strong feeling here that Spirit is saying, make sure you stay true to yourself, make sure you stay grounded, because it's about love. So someone here is coming to tell you that they love you, that they're sorry. Somehow or another, it's breaking down structures that you've been holding on to for a long time. There's change here, huge change. This person is your soulmate or your twin flame, but there's something here that causes you to take time out to change something here. But this is definitely about love. This is definitely a karma soulmate twin flame reading here. Wow, what a beautiful reading. Okay, so just beware, people. Spirit's saying, please just stand in your own self. Don't use your ego here. There's no place for ego. This is about using your intuition. It's about listening, understanding, and understanding your place in this too, because I feel like this is about, oh my goodness, look, we've got this jumped out again. Oh, wow. Love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. This is definitely about love. So stand your ground, stay true to yourself, use your intuition, don't react, don't get upset, don't go in with emotions and words. Do the best thing you can to stay where you are, because for you, regardless of the conversation, this is about you here. This is about you having a greater understanding of yourself with this Tower and being able to go through this last phase of transformation. It's vital for your progress here. It's vital for who you are, for your development. Oh, okay. Have a wonderful day. Heavy reading for a Monday. Thanks, guys.